Hello, friends. President of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, nevertheless dismissed the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ukraine, Valery Zaluzhny. And the president also announced a large-scale reboot of the generals in Ukraine. Zelensky is obviously trying to gain support in the army, feeling that the influence of Valery Zaluzhny is still high. So Zelensky announced a whole set of steps potentially popular among the military in Ukraine. For example, reduction of the headquarters, transfer of rear units to the front, and so on. President emphasized the names of the military generals who will come to the new command structure and allegedly stand on his side. In turn, it seems that Valery Zaluzhny did not submit his voluntary resignation and certainly has not yet accepted Valery Zelensky's offer to take another position in the president's team, which emphasizes the confrontation between the parties in this issue. Now, a very promising path into politics is opening up for Valery Zaluzhny and his team says that in 1 or 3 months he is going to begin his political career and activity. In the meantime, he will rest for a couple of weeks. Instead, Valery Zaluzhny comes General Alexander Syrsky, who has vast military experience and political loyalty to the office of the President of Ukraine. Being the leader of successful operation near Kiev in 2022 and the successful offensive in the Kharkov region in 2022, as well as a failed counteroffensive operation near Bakhmut at the end of 2023. At the same time, Alexander Syrsky's closest relatives live in Russian Federation now. Father, mother, brother, and have pronounced his relatives pro-Putin sentiments, which further strengthens the distrust and the distrust of Alexander Syrsky in the army and the patriotic environment of Ukraine. At the same time, Alexander Syrsky has authority in the army like a person who is going to his goal without taking into account any circumstances. After Bakhmut, for example, he obtained the name like Bakhmut's Butcher because he used a lot of Ukrainian soldiers' resources to defend the Bakhmut even in the very bad situation. In this regard, some bloggers who are in the zone of influence of Petro Poroshenko, former Ukrainian president, have already called to people to go to the Maidan, the central square in Kiev, very famous by all the political activities, to protest against the dismissal of Valery Zaluzhny, which could be a test of the oppressive activity of Ukrainian society. Commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ukraine, Valery Zaluzhny, ex-commander-in-chief, as a potential presidential candidate is somewhat similar to the early Vladimir Zelensky. This is also a serious media image created and embodied by the war heroes, which needs to be shown to society. But from the point of view of operating to govern the country, Valery Zaluzhny is not very ready for this also. Now, Zaluzhny is rather an effective icebreaker against President of, he could be an effective icebreaker against President Vladimir Zelensky, which both ex-President Petro Poroshenko and other opposition politicians are ready to use. Also, the president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, honored Valery Zaluzhny as the head of the military investigation service of Ukraine, Mr. Kirill Budanov, the names of heroes of Ukraine, the status of heroes of Ukraine, which is the highest status, highest honor in Ukraine in general. It looks like an attempt to save their loyalty to the Zelensky, but only the time will show us will it be successful or not. Thank you all, dear friends, for watching this vlog. Please write down your question. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and see you next time. Bye bye.